In just about a month, I'm going to be in a tree stand with my daughter, knowing that we will have just elected Mitt Romney the next president. Colorado Mesa University, I want to thank you for opening up this arena for us tonight and letting us do this watch party tonight. Thank you so much for doing this. Go Mavericks! We got a couple new guys in Congress. You see, what I've learned in Congress, there are two kinds of people. There are beers and there are doers. People who want to go be somebody, be called some title, and then there are those who are just the doers. The people who work hard, who believe in principles, who go there to fight for a cause. Scott Tipton is a doer.
Yes.
We're lucky to have him as a representative.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. We got Corey Governor here too. He's a great guy from Eastern Colorado. Big screens here. A little later, we're going to see the third debate. And we're going to have the opportunity to see a man who is ready to be our next president, Mitt Romney. You see, what happened was, I think President Obama knew near the end of the Republican primary that Mitt Romney was going to be the Republican nominee. And so, from the end of the spring on, throughout the summer and into the fall, what have we watched? We have watched hundreds of millions of dollars from the Obama campaign trying to distort Mitt Romney's record, trying to get you to like him less so that he could actually win by default. You see, it reminds me of a comment I heard 4 years ago when Barack Obama was running for president. 4 years ago, as candidate, when he was talking about all these great things, all of the hope and all of the change, he said if you don't have fresh ideas, then you use stale tactics to scare voters. If you don't have a record to run on, then you paint your opponent as someone people should run from.
Yeah.
You make a big election about small things. That's what Barack Obama said 4 years ago. And unfortunately, that is exactly what he has become this year as president running for re-election. And what these debates have done is they have taken all those hundreds of millions of dollars that have come into our battleground states to try and get you to like him a lot less, to try and get you to believe all that they're throwing out there. In two debates, and yet again tonight in our third debate, we will see the real Mitt Romney for who he is. He is a leader. He is a job creator. He is a man of plan. He is a person who believes in this country and the founding principles who will get the country back on the right track. All those things President Obama simply cannot run on this record. He can't run on the fact that there are 23 million Americans struggling for work today. He can't run on the fact that the economy is barely limping along, slower this year than it was last year, and last year was slower than the year before that. He can't run on the fact that job growth in September was slower than August, and August was slower in July, and in none of these months are we even producing enough jobs to keep up with the growth in our country's population. He can't run on the fact that 46 million Americans are in poverty today. That's 15% of our fellow countrymen and women, the highest in a generation. He can't run on the fact that he broke his promise to cut the deficit in half, or that he broke his promise to bring people together to solve the country's biggest problems. Look, we can do better than this.
All right.
We don't have to settle for this. We don't have to settle for this debt. We don't have to settle for this kind of an economy. And we don't have to settle for gutting our military. We can turn this around, and we'll do that by letting Mitt Romney But more than just that, what we are seeing in these debates is Mitt Romney, the leader. Mitt Romney, the man of achievement.
All
Mitt
right.
Romney, the man of integrity, the man with the family, the man we can be proud of to call our president, and a man with a plan. You see, we can't just say, don't like President Obama, look at all of his deficiencies and his broken promises, therefore vote for us. We owe you, our fellow countrymen, a choice. That's why we're offering all these specific solutions. That's what our 5-point plan for a growing economy and a stronger middle class is all about. And point number 1 on this agenda, point number 1, you know it right here in Grand Junction in Colorado. We have so much energy in this country. Let's do it. You see, the Obama economic agenda failed not because it was stopped, but because it passed. Let's never forget that when President Obama came into office, he came in with total control. His party controlled all of government. You ever heard of Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid? I guess you have that. They ran it all. That's why we got Obamacare. That's why they tried to get us cap and trade, which is this national energy tax. This is why we have a war on coal. This is why we have all these regulations shutting down our federal lands, shutting down our coal, shutting down our natural resources that we know we can extract in an environmentally safe way. We can bring down the price of energy. We can bring down the price of gas, of electricity. We can put people back to work, and we can stop sending our money to the Middle East.